Dr. Caroline Strange, aka Dr. Caroline, is a psychiatrist in Park Slope, Brooklyn, which is a very sort of bougie, gentrified neighborhood of Brooklyn. Um, she is very funny. She's very smart. She knows she is these things. She thinks she knows what is right and good for everyone. Um, and she engages with a new patient in the first few pages of the story, um, who says two things to her: that he knows who she really is, and that he's going to kill someone. And so off we go, um, being led by Dr. Caroline. It's first person with multi narrators. And we, as the reader, are kind of led down multiple roads at once. Um, and so Dr. Caroline herself is trying to help find a woman who her patient has kidnapped and is going to kill. And at the same time, we flash back to Dr. Caroline's childhood in Wisconsin, as that may or may not be related to what is happening present day. The thing about Dr. Caroline is, as a shrink, she is going to keep her cool 100% of the time and would never show. And even when he does make these confessions, she's like, he might be showing off, you know, he might. I mean, for me to write Dr. Caroline was like, every thing I thought that like my therapist had said to me, like I've thought internally over the years about the stuff I say. I thought, what if the therapist actually thought those things? So that's how I wrote a lot of her stuff. And so when he makes those confessions, she's like, I don't know if I buy it. Like, I don't know. I think you might be showing off. You're like kind of a torture porn fanboy type. She comes in at it really cynical. For him, reading, I wanted him to be, I wanted him to sort of keep her on her toes, but I wanted him to purposely be a little bit, obviously he's trying to play some sort of a game with her. So, and I confess, while writing that initial scene when they meet, I didn't know what his game was. So, but that's okay, because I'm coming at it from Dr. Caroline's point of view. So it is a fun little thing as the author to sort of try to parse it out. So is she, but yeah, I find that when I intentionally try to make like a textbook villain or a killer kind of creepy, if you force it, it doesn't quite work ever. You have to, I have to, for me, I'm always trying to fight against the cliche. So I have him looking like a little dorky, like a little nerdy, a little skinny, for me, that is just far more interesting than like making, oh, this is the big bad and we know he is, like we don't know is it's because I think people are just rarely like that. They rarely wear what they are, on their face. And so, yeah, it was fun to sort of try to pull that apart, me and Dr. Caroline together. I write them all pretty much in a row. So I would go from the point of view of Dr. Caroline to Ellen Garcia, who's the kidnapped woman, to Gordon, who is a man who Caroline knew in her youth.